Every World Cup celebrates players, but thousands of people make the tournament happen, and almost nobody knows they exist. This is their story. Over 70,000 volunteers across 3 countries, thousands of paid staff, hundreds of specialized roles, all working 24/7 to create the illusion that 90 minutes of football is effortless. It is not. At 9 p.m., a stadium fills with 80,000 screaming fans. At 11 p.m., the match ends. The players walk off, the fans go home. The real work begins. Groundskeepers spend the entire night preparing the pitch. Divots are repaired. Grass is watered. Lines are repainted. By dawn, the field is immaculate. Sometimes there's another match in 24 hours. The same pitch, the same stadium, but completely transformed. Stadium cleaners work in organized teams, section by section. They move through the stands methodically, picking up trash, mopping floors, sanitizing bathrooms. Hours later, the space is spotless. The fans who attended that first match have no idea the space was ever used. Transportation coordinators manage the impossible. Tens of thousands of people need to leave the stadium. Shuttle buses, rideshare coordination, traffic management, public transit capacity planning. One mistake creates gridlock for hours. They solve it invisibly. Security operations run constantly across all venues. Officers deployed at every checkpoint. Accreditation verification, real-time threat assessment. Every visitor scanned, every credential checked. Invisible until something goes wrong. Medical teams stand ready in shadows. Throughout every match, they're positioned in concourses and sidelines, prepared to respond to emergencies ranging from dehydration and injuries to more serious medical situations. Most of the crowd never knows their presence has made a difference. Translators work miracles. A fan from Brazil needs directions. A journalist needs to interview a coach. A security guard needs to help a confused supporter. Multiple languages spoken simultaneously, one person per connection. Fan festival staff create experiences nobody thinks about. The stages, the entertainment, the crowd control. Thousands of people working to make sure fans have something to do before the match. To eat, to celebrate, to feel part of something. Then there are the specialists, ball crew members who ensure regulation standards, accreditation staff who process thousands of credentials at gates, broadcast technicians who route signals across 3 countries and 4 time zones, catering teams who feed thousands between matches. FIFA calls volunteers the heart, soul, and smile of FIFA tournaments. This isn't corporate language, it's the truth. The work happens in silence. A groundskeeper rakes a pitch for the 7th time that week. A cleaner mops an empty section at midnight. A volunteer stands at a gate in the rain, directing traffic for 8 hours. None of them will see their names on a scoreboard. None of them will be interviewed after the match. None of them will be remembered. But they know why they're there. One groundskeeper was asked what motivated him during 16-hour shifts preparing pitches. He said simply, 80,000 people will experience something magical on this grass. My job is to make sure they can. A volunteer coordinator explained why so many people showed up. This tournament happens once in a lifetime. Some of us get to play in it. Some of us watch it. The rest of us get to build it. That's the honor. Long after the stadium lights dimmed, cleaners moved through empty stands. Hours earlier, those seats had echoed with 80,000 voices. Now, only the sound of a broom remained, but the work continued. These are the people who built the 2026 World Cup. Not the broadcasters, not the corporations, not the sponsors. The people who showed up for 8-hour shifts knowing they'd never be credited. The 2026 World Cup employed tens of thousands of workers behind the scenes, in roles that required 16-hour days, overnight shifts, and work that nobody watched. They worked when cameras were off. They solved problems nobody saw. They created the foundation that made every goal possible. Millions will remember Messi's goals. Millions will remember Haaland's performances. Millions will remember the tournament's upsets and drama. Almost nobody will remember the volunteer who stood in the rain directing traffic. Almost nobody will remember the groundskeeper who repaired the pitch for the 5th time that week. Almost nobody will remember the translator who helped a confused fan find their seat. Almost nobody will remember the medical team that responded in the moment nobody else noticed. But these are the people who made those goals possible. They built the stages where legends were born. They ensured that for 90 minutes, a stadium could hold its breath and believe in magic. The 2026 World Cup was built by thousands of invisible people. The tournament wasn't won on the pitch. It was won in the hours before and after the matches, in the silence, in the work, in the people who knew they'd never be recognized. Millions remember the goals. Almost nobody remembers the people who made those goals possible. The players lifted the trophy. These people lifted the tournament.